Hey Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a bonus reading for you, and we're specifically going to be asking about love, which I don't often do. I usually leave it broad and let the tarot tell us, but we're going to do a little different today. So we're going to start with Oracle, and the whole point of a timeless reading is it's meant to find you when you find it. That being said, of course, be real with yourself. If it doesn't feel like your message, it's simply for somebody else. I would like to invite you though, if you'd like to say hi in the comments section. I love to pray for people. I love to encourage all of us to pray for each other. I do think there's a lot of power in that. You can even leave an emoji if you're a little shy like myself. And yeah, so go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Like the video if you can. Thank you so much. So we start with a message, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Boom. And we have the message, love yourself first. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Pisces tearing up right now because it's the last thing they think of. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Isn't that true? Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive in heart-to-heart conversations. So this is finding a lot of Pisces that maybe need to work something out. Maybe it's been on the back of their mind and it's been working itself to the front of their mind. Some of you guys have experienced even your boundaries being pushed on. And so I wouldn't be surprised if, and neither of those could be true for you, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Pisces right now where this reading is finding them at a time where they need to unpack some things in a conversation naturally, and that could be boundaries, that could be needs. So let's see what tarot has to say to you. All right, Pisces, let's put this to the side. In love, at the time of seeing this, for my Pisces, we only take the cards that fly out for you. This is a living, breathing conversation with tarot, and if they fly in reverse, we read them that way. That's how we do it here, y'all. All right. This is going to be an extended reading. If you would like to follow me over there afterwards, you like longer readings with more advice in particular, that is going to be in a link in the description box. Pisces, what do they need to know? Fool. There might be elements about this relationship or this love that you're going towards that is going to be very new. Very new. And that takes courage. That's just a human fact, right? Pisces, love, the time of seeing this, what do they need to know? There could be, you've got two twos. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords. You guys, no wonder conversations need to be had. So there might be, and there's something new here that you're being beckoned to go towards. However, nothing is just so simple, right? It would require you making a choice that is not maybe comfortable because you've not experienced what you're choosing to go towards. And so, of course, the brain loves, the junk food for the brain are experiences that we redo over and over again, right? Like it loves what it already knows. And our brain, I've said this before in a reading to you guys and to Taurus recently too, our brain is always going to send us right back down the same path, even in sometimes in sneaky ways. We'll think that we're approaching some new relationship or new job, right? You've been there. And then you're like, what the hell? Why do I keep finding these scenarios? They always find me. So our brain recognizes these patterns, right? I mean, and neuroscientists right now are eating it up, like attracts like and the power of manifestation. Neuroscientists are being able to actually break it down to a science. Our brain sees patterns and goes towards those patterns. This would actually not be that. So it's going to feel a little foreign. It's going to feel a little scary. And so when you have to make this decision, it's really about your other two card here, the Two of Pentacles. It's reprioritizing. Well, I'd have to move this over there, or maybe I'd have to reschedule this, or my life would have to change in this way to make room for this choice to move forward in this new adventure, right? So I just want to say, it's natural for that to sometimes feel foreign. Now to Pisces, you guys, we follow our hearts. It's like our two eyes are actually right here and right here. It's like our third eye and our heart. We feel our way forward. And so when something feels weird, it's important to know where that weirdness or that fear comes from. There's good fear and there's bad fear. This would be talking to you about this, like, What's the good fear? What's the bad fear? You got to be real with yourself. And the thing with intuition here is like intuition, Pisces, and if you've been a Pisces, and oftentimes the people who watch tarot readings are those Pisces that really have strengthened their intuition by following it, right? It's like a muscle. So the more you use that muscle, the stronger it gets. So your intuition, this is where it's going to help you. It's going to help answer that question, is this good fear or bad fear? Is this a good foreign feeling or a bad foreign feeling? Okay, one more out and we'll unpack these. So 8 of Swords. This is just talking about the ways we can limit ourselves in our minds. Okay, self-limiting thoughts can make us feel stuck. Okay, so let's unpack this. I definitely keep on going back to that love yourself first, right? But also the heart-to-heart conversations. I think that there's going to be a big reveal there. Honestly discussing your feelings with each other. All right, so this Fool card, Temperance, yep, transformation, not a surprise. This is alchemy. So balance is the invisible ingredient here, right? And so you can't turn water into wine. Well, we cannot turn water into wine. But let's say, think about alchemy in its classic sense, turning it into gold. There was always that search for the missing ingredients, the missing balance. What was that? What was the recipe there? What was the formula to create gold? So this is taught, and she's got that water into wine kind of symbol there with the cups. Again, with the 2s, and the 2 of Cups in a relationship reading is the soulmate energy. So this is about like what missing ingredients in order to go forward into this new venture could there be lacking? Because there's a major transformation, and I feel that a lot of you guys in whatever love this is that's coming towards you or is already here, but you just have to make some decisions around, it could change your life very, very drastically, right? Tell me more about that, Temperance. We have the King of Pentacles flew upside down on my hand, landed upside down. So this could be somebody who might be a little too focused on their work, might be a little too focused on their, I have the Sun card distracting me by sticking to my finger. So I just want to make that note. That's a really, really beautiful card of happiness. But this individual, they may actually be coming through imbalanced in this reading, because maybe for this new venture you need more from them, and there's that conversation that needs to happen again. But there's the King of Pentacles, when they're upside down, they might be a little bit too concerned with their things, their material objects, their career, their money. So it could be that some of you guys are feeling I am looking at a huge life change here. I need you to show up a little more, or financially, I need you to be balanced a little bit more somehow. So that's coming through. So 2 of Pentacles. This is 2 of Pentacles, making sure they're upright. Okay, before we start, what's this 2 of Pentacles? Please make it clear. Devil card. What's this 2 of Pentacles? What's this Devil card? I want to know what ouch. Jeez. Throwing out the Queen of Wands, trying to cut my head off with it. Tell me more. Now the Devil card so violently shot out a Queen of Wands. Now I want to tempt it with more. Okay. Looking good, looking good. What's this Queen of? Bear with me, you guys. This intuition card of the High Priestess. This is going deep, y'all. 2 of Swords. Eight of Swords. Clarity on the 8 of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you guys. Yeah, some of you guys are triggered by this. It's like you want it, but also it's bringing up all that self-protective stuff, right? Might be bringing back some memories too, and maybe all the ways that you've created facets of your personality and your fortitude to deal with those. So it's bringing it up. We have with this 2 of Pentacles, that reprioritizing and kind of feeling like you're trying to compromise with something and juggling things. the energy that came out was that Devil card that violently threw out the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, I think, is a part of your personality or the way you present yourself, having everything put together and being motivated and also very confident and looking good on the outside. That's the Queen of Wands. It's a fiery energy and it's confident energy. But the Devil talks about patterns of our behavior that doesn't always serve us. And so this really feels like it could be a part of your personality that you've developed that really has it under control and looks good to others. But on the inside, especially like the better she looks and the more together she has it, it's an indicator of actually how freaking detached from your intuition, isolated and cut off you can feel. So that's that feeling like that is a superpower that's developed circumstantially. Like you've been in circumstances where you had to kind of build her. And there is something there that is being triggered in your reading, in your love life right now. And I think this is where it gets real deep. Oh boy, we're getting deep. Pisces, how appropriate. It's juicy. So this Queen of Wands was developed. She looks good because guess what? You're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to catch a job. You're going to have to catch a relationship. You're going to have to catch opportunities. Maybe you don't want to catch a relationship. I want to be respectful of those who are like, screw relationships. But I doubt that you'd be this far in a reading with me about relationships if you were. You got to go catch things. You got to go fishing. The Queen of Wands looks good. She is the bait. She has to create herself as the bait for the things that she wants. Sometimes while crying on the inside, 5 of Cups. But here's the thing, is it's compromised sometimes your intuition. It's just detached you sometimes from what your intuition is telling you, right? Because in its own nature, it is a contradiction. Your intuition feels like, okay, this needs to be addressed. This sense of scarcity or detachment, this sense of being lonely, isolated, or ostracized, or not even having enough money, not having enough. That's scarcity. That's 5 of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands, sometimes she's so busy looking like she's got it all put together that she fails to address what's really going on. So there's something about that's what I mean by it's really as it should be. Relationships are intense, right? There are other souls that are coming across our path to help us do our shadow work, right? Among other many things, right? But this is the shadow work that's getting triggered in this case. Worth having some conversations over. Heart-to-heart conversations sometimes means vulnerability. Queen of Wands has a hard time of vulnerability, but you are getting the opportunity to look at that. There's a behavioral pattern that you're getting an opportunity to maybe break. And it was built there for a reason, right? So you can have a gentle conversation with that. It could be an extension of loving yourself. You could say, hey, I know you're here. I'm glad you've joined the inner committee in my head, but I know you're there to protect me and to get me opportunities, even when I feel the lowest of the low and I don't want to leave my couch. I know you're here, but I need you to step back right now. And I need to look at and listen to the other people in the committee inside my head. So here we have the 2 of Swords, and this is a difficult decision, specifically around your foundation or stability. This could be the place you live. Celebrations for some of you guys. Maybe a few of you guys are engaged and you're like, or there's a reunion coming up or an anniversary celebration and you want to do it a certain way, but you're feeling conflicted. Anyway, so I have to say that because the 4 of Wands can touch on that. For a lot of you guys though, it's really your home or something. And this is exciting energy. This is possibilities and keeping your mind open. This is specifically feeling torn around making a choice, keeping your mind open around the 4 of Wands, celebrations, and also home. Maybe some of you guys are getting the opportunity to move. So here we have our 8 of Swords. That conflict, those thought patterns that keep us down and keep us limited. You're having this World card, ending a chapter, opening a new one. It's a really beautiful energy of closing a cycle. And in order to start a brand new fun cycle, this could have something to do with family and making good memories. There's this nostalgia being triggered. And then we've got this Queen of Swords. Halt! You will not pass. You will not, you will not collect 200. You will not go, what's that go? Go Monopoly. You will not pass go. You will not collect 200. She is a boundary creator. She's also harsh words. And I think she's at the heart of this Eight of Swords. I think she's the one that put the blindfold on her. I think she's the one that gave her the illusion that her hands are tied behind her back. The thing with the Eight of Swords is that this is all an illusion. She can take her blindfold off at any time. Guess who else is blindfolded? The only other card in the deck. Two of Swords. So this decision is only difficult while you have this blindfold on. This blindfold is only on as long as you are going to play the game of disillusionment, that your hands are actually bound behind your back, right? This is actually the meaning. Truly, you do not see anything binding her hands. If you look closely, if you stop the video right now, zoom in on your phone, she's got no ropes holding her wrists, and that's on purpose. Because she can actually take the blindfold off this whole time. And if she takes the blindfold off, the decision's going to be really obvious. So there is this accountability, right? There's some shadow work being done here. And it's the good work. You guys are doing the good work. And it's this bitch who is holding one back. When she is upside down, she is not nice. She's got some harsh words. And there was maybe an event. This event created her. Here's the second person on that committee, right? Next to the Queen of Wands, right? She's going to look good, but she's going to draw the boundaries. The Queen of Wands wants to look good. She wants to get you new opportunities. She wants to open that pathway for you. She doesn't want to show everybody that vulnerable side. Queen of Swords, she was created too. This harsh, absolutely not. These words are very honest, but they are delivered in a harsh way. And it could be because you had an event. You had somebody who crossed your boundaries. You had somebody that you had to build her up and, hire her onto the inner committee of your head in order to protect you. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. This is a nurturing energy. You could be this energy, or it could be your lover, the person in your reading. The love that wants to come towards you is nurturing. This could be you loving yourself and nurturing, and it could be actually in a very material plane that you nurture yourself. Get a bath, take a bath, wash your hair, iron your clothes, things that actually in the physical realm make you feel more in control. Vacuum your house, whatever it is, while you process, while you do these things, they're within your control. Because guess what wasn't in your control? It was this tower moment, this event that you had no control over, that gave birth, so to speak, to the Queen of Swords upside down, that boundary creator, that person with the harsh words of truth, drawing the line in the sand. So the anecdote to that, or excuse me, the solution is feeling within control, even if it's on kind of funny, superficial ways. Vacuuming your house, washing your hair, freaking cleaning out your gutters. Give yourself that kind of, that break, that balance. So I'm going to ask the runes, which is these ancient symbols. They're Norse, they're Viking symbols etched on stone. What part of your life cycle, like bird's eye view, what about this cycle? This is a huge reading. We're not even to the advice portion yet. We have disruption. Wow. And disruption doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? It looks like an N, sort of. 129. Disruption, elemental power, hail. So Hagalaz is the name of this ancient rune. Change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Yes, and stop the video right now and think about this. Would liberation look any other way besides a little conflict, besides fear, besides like breaking through some of those fears? No. Any way this is written, liberation and freedom is going to be a little bit scary, because it's natural. In its own nature, you are being liberated from cycles, from patterns. And while those are familiar, they're not always good for us. Drawing this indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting Eight of Swords. Lost my place. I got too into it, y'all. From constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind, the rune of elemental disruption, of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Hagalaz has only an upright position, and yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption. It is the great awakener. Although the form of awakening takes very many forms, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses. The smelling salts of life, as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Then again, the onset of power may be such to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, the fabric, the blindfold, the fabric, the blindfold. Your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, or your beliefs. Disruption takes many forms. A relationship fails, plans go awry, a source of supply dries up, but do not be dismayed. Whether you created this disruption or whether it comes from an outside source, you are not without power in this situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. Like I said, if you're following me this far into the reading, you are the Pisces that has learned about your intuition. You have grown that intuition like a muscle, so it's time to rely on it again. This is another one of the cycle runes. The term radical discontinuity best describes the action of Hagalaz at its most forceful. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your soul are demanding that you do indeed grow right now. All right, you guys, I'm going on to the advice portion. We're going to ask what to do and what not to do, basically. If this is where I leave you, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for following me, for liking, subscribing, and I will see you very soon. Mwah.